What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Fernando the Plug, bringing you another weekly vendor reset video. Now, we're going to be doing, or these wares are going to be available from the July 14th to July 21st, so that'll be the next Tuesday. We're going to start with the WhiteHouse vendor. We're going to hit the clan vendor, then we're going to hit the 3 dark zones. So first we're going to start off with the WhiteHouse, so let's just jump straight in. And first on the list, we're going to have the Pyromaniac. Core attribute is going to be 11% assault rifle damage. Then we have 14.5% health damage. Lower attribute is going to be 8.3% accuracy, and the talent is going to be perfectly ignited. You're going to be able to deal plus 25% weapon damage to burning enemies, and it has a secondary or a passive talent as well. After 3 kills, applies burn to the next enemy you hit. So you'll kill 3 enemies, and then you'll hit that 4th enemy, and they'll just be ignited on fire. Now, most people, they have problems sometimes finding out where this is. It'll be on the side of your gun, so when you ADS or aim down your sights, you're going to see it directly to the right, and it's going to go from 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's going to be 3 bars on the side of that. Next, we're going to have the converted SMG 9A2. Core attribute is going to be 15% SMG damage. Then we have 10.5% critical hit chance. Lower attribute is going to be 10.3% swap speed. Then we have the talent perpetuation. So headshots grant plus 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply. The cooldown is 20 seconds. Next on the list, we have the Black Market AKM. Core attributes for that is going to be 10% assault rifle damage. Then we have 20.5% health damage. Lower attribute is going to be 4% damage to targets out of cover. Then we have the talent nearsighted. You're going to receive plus 80% stability at the cost of negative 35% optimal range. Next on the list, we have the Officer's M9A1 pistol. That's going to have a core attribute 11% pistol damage. Lower attribute is going to be 6% critical hit chance. Then we're going to have the talent Steady-Handed. Hits grant a stack of plus 1% accuracy and stability at 100 stacks. Consumes them to refill the magazine. Next on the list, we have the Wyvernware backpack. That's going to have a core attribute yellow skill tier. Lower attribute is going to be 7.9% hazard protection. Then we have 7.9% status effect. You're going to have a yellow mod slot there with the talent companion. So with companion, while you are within 5 meters of an ally or skill, total weapon damage is increased by 15%. So you can use this with like the defender drone, standing next to any person. You're going to get that 15% weapon damage. Yeah, so keep that in mind if you want to use something like this. Next, we're going to have the Walker Harris and Co. chest piece. I always say that wrong. Core attribute is going to be a red at 13.8% weapon damage. Lower attribute is going to be 8.7% critical hit damage. Then we're going to have 3,657 armor regeneration. It's going to have a red mod slot, and then we're going to have the talent kinetic momentum. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill. Lost when on cooldown. So when your skills go on cooldown or you don't have a skill out to keep those stacks up, that's when you're going to lose that buff. Next, we have an offensive mod that's going to have 10.1% critical hit damage. Then we have an attack drone mod that's going to have 4.1% damage. Then we have an attack turret mod with plus 1% extra, plus 1 extra sniper ammo. And then we have a sticky bomb mod with 4% burn duration. Alright, so now we're going to head over to the clan vendor. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we've made it to the clan vendor, so let's go ahead and see what we got on the list here. And first on that list, we're going to have the new Reliable. It's going to have a core attribute, 15% LMG damage. Then we have 10% damage to targets out of cover. Lower attribute is going to be 4% damage to armor. Then we have the talent Perfectly Optimized. So you're going to get plus 30% weapon handling there. Next, we have the Eclipse Protocol chest piece. It's going to have a core attribute yellow skill tier. Lower attribute is going to be 5% critical hit chance. Then we're going to have a yellow mod slot there. Talent is going to be proliferation, increases indirect transmission range from 15 meters to 20 meters, and refresh percentage from 50% to 75%. Next on the list, we have the Future Initiative knee pads. That's going to have a core attribute yellow skill tier. Then we're going to have the lower attribute 16,848 health. Next on the list, we have the Hardwired Holster. That's going to have a core attribute of a yellow skill tier. And then we're going to have the lower attribute at 19.6% repair skill. Next on the list, we have a classic M60. and that's going to have the core attribute at 13% LMG damage, 9% damage to targets out of cover. Lower attribute is going to be 9.7% stability. Then we're going to have the talent ignited. So this is the regular talent. You're going to deal plus 20% weapon damage to burning enemies, and then after that, after killing 4 enemies with this weapon, the next one will put that enemy on fire. Alright, so the lower one is just 5% less weapon damage, and then you got to get 1 more kill. Next on the list we have the Black Market T821. Core attribute is going to be 11% SMG damage. Then we have 16% critical hit chance. Lower attribute is going to be 9% headshot damage. Talent is going to be preservation. Killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10%. So you can initially get 20% armor repairs over 5 seconds. Alright guys. Next we're going to have the AUG A3 Para XS. Core attribute is going to be 12% SMG damage. Then we're going to have 15.5% critical hit chance. Lower attribute is going to be 7.5% health damage. Then we have the talent reformation. Headshots grant plus 30% skill repair for 15 seconds. Next we have the military M870. Core attribute is going to be 11% shotgun damage. Then we have 8% damage to armor. Lower attribute is going to be 9.3% reload speed. Then we have the talent Sadist. You're going to deal plus 20% weapon damage to bleeding enemies. After 4 kills, applies bleed to the next enemy you hit. Next on the list we have the Golden Gear LTD Mask. That's going to have a core attribute blue, 113,565 armor. Lower attribute is going to be 8.2% skill damage. Then we're going to have 17.4% repair skill with a yellow mod slot. Next on the list we have the Wyvernware Holster. It's going to come with a core attribute yellow skill tier. Lower attribute is going to be 7.1% headshot damage. Then we have 10% skill haste. Then we have a 511 tactical backpack next. It's going to have a core attribute blue with 137,671 armor. Lower attribute is going to be 7.7% headshot damage. Then we have 8.7% status effect, a blue mod slot, and the talent Wicked. Applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 18% for 20 seconds. Next on the list we have a defensive mod. That's going to be 11% protection from elites. Then we have, well, I'm going to say right now, people that are looking for these, if you're trying to make that tank for that last boss on the Iron Horse raid, you should definitely come pick these up. It's not a bad mod. The most I've ever found was like a 12%. I haven't seen anything actually hit. I think the max is 15. But if you're looking for some protection from elites, definitely come grab this. Next, we're going to have a utility mod. It's going to have 10.6% skill haste. Then we have an offensive mod with 8.1% headshot damage. Next, we have a seeker mine mod with 4.4% radius. And that's going to be it for this list here. So now we're going to head off to the dark zones. And the first dark zone we're going to hit is DarkZone East. Alright ladies and gentlemen, now we've made it to DarkZone East. So let's go ahead and see what we got on the list for today. And first on the list we're going to have the White Death. Core attribute is going to be 11% marksman rifle damage. Then we're going to have 137% headshot damage. Lower attribute is going to be 12.6% swap speed. And we're going to have the talent Perpetuation. I'm not going to go over that one again since we just went over that one. Next we have the Covert SRS sniper rifle. We're going to have a core attribute 11% marksman rifle damage, 90% headshot damage. Lower attribute is going to be 8.4% reload speed, and then the talent Ranger. So with Ranger you're going to amplify weapon damage by 2% for every 5 meters you are away from your target. Next we're going to have the classic RPK 74. Core attribute is going to be 11% LMG damage. Then we're going to have 8% damage to targets out of cover. Lower attribute is going to be 5% damage to armor. Then we have the talent Spike. Headshot grants plus 20% skill damage for 15 seconds. Next on the list we're going to have the Future Initiative Mask. That's going to have a core attribute skill tier, yellow. We're going to have the lower attribute 8.9% headshot damage with a yellow mod slot. Next on the list we have the Ongoing Directive Holster. It's going to have a core attribute red at 9.9% weapon damage. Lower attribute is going to be 8.3% status effect. Next on the list we have the Murakami Industries Mask with a core attribute yellow skill tier. Attribute is going to be 10% status effect. Then we have 5.9% we have 5.9 skill damage with a yellow mod slot. Then we're going to have a Wyvernware Holster. Core attribute is going to be a yellow skill tier. Lower attribute is going to be 18,546 health, 7.9% critical hit damage. Then we have a utility mod here. It's going to be 8.3% skill duration. Then we have a chem launcher mod with 13.6% ensnare health. Next we have a hive mod with +4 stinger charges. Then we have a pulse mod with 14.5% health. And last we have a shock trap mod with 4.1 second duration. Alright, now we're going to move over to DarkZone South. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we made it to DarkZone South, so let's go ahead and see what we got on the list. And first on that list, we're going to have the Mozambique Special. Core attribute is going to be 11% pistol damage. Lower attribute is going to be 8.6% stability. And then we're going to have the talent Perfect Breadbasket. So landing body shots adds a stack of bonus plus 50% headshot damage to the next headshot for 10 seconds. Max stack is going to be 2. Next we have the Police UMP 45. And with that, we're going to have a core attribute 9% SMG damage, 12% critical hit chance. Lower attribute is going to be plus 9% damage to targets out of cover. Then we're going to have the talent Breadbasket again. So for this one, since it's not the perfect, landing body shots adds a stack of bonus plus 35% headshot damage to the next headshot for 10 seconds. And the max stack is 3. Next, we're going to have the military AKM. Core attribute is going to be 12% assault rifle damage. Then we have 9% health damage. Lower attribute is going to be 8% critical hit chance, and then we're going to have the talent Reformation. Headshots grant plus 30% skill repair for 15 seconds. Next, we're going to have the Police 686 Magnum. Core attribute is going to be 10% pistol damage. Then we have the lower attribute 7.5% health damage, and the talent Sadist. So I'm not going to go over that one since we went over that one already. Next on the list, we have the Tip of the Spear Backpack. The core attribute is going to be a red 14.2% weapon damage. Then we're going to have the lower attribute at 3,213 armor regeneration. It's going to have a red mod slot, and then the talent is signature moves. Increases signature weapon by 20% and doubles the amount of signature weapon ammo generated by aggressive recon. Next we have the True Patriot chest piece. That's going to have a core attribute blue. It's going to be 120,208 armor. Lower attribute is going to be 15,518 health. Then we're going to have a blue mod slot with the talent Waving the Flag, increase red, white, and blue rotation speed to 1.5 seconds. Next on the list, we're going to have the Wyvernware Backpack. It's going to have a core attribute yellow skill tier. Lower attribute is going to be 9.9% critical hit damage. Then we're going to have 4.3% critical hit chance, a yellow mod slot, and the talent Vigilance. So in Vigilance, with Vigilance, you increase total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. Next on the list, we have a Fenris Group AB chest piece. It's going to have a core attribute red, and it's going to have 9.4% weapon damage. Lower attribute is going to be 10% hazard protection, and then we have 7.9% status effect with a red mod slot and the talent Glass Cannon. So Glass Cannon, all damage you deal is amplified by 25%. All damage you take is amplified by 50%. This works with regular guns, and it works with your skills. So you could definitely use this for just about anything. Just be wary of that 50% extra damage you're taking. Next, we're going to have an offensive mod with attribute at 4.4% critical hit chance. Then we have a attack drone mod with 8.3% health. Then we have an attack turret with 5.9% duration. Next, we have a sticky bomb mod with 4.7% blast radius. And that's going to be it for this list here. So let's go ahead and move on to DarkZone West. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we've made it to our last location, which is DarkZone West. So let's go ahead and see what we got on the list for today. And first on that list, we're going to have the Culibre. It's going to have the core attribute 10% shotgun damage. Then we have 9% damage to armor. Lower attribute is going to be 7% damage to targets out of cover. Then we have the talent Perfect Jazz Hands, plus 30% reload speed. Next, we're going to have the KSG shotgun. It's going to have core attribute 10% shotgun damage. So we have 8% damage to armor. Lower attribute is going to be 7% damage to targets out of cover. Then we have the talent Reformation. I'm not going to go over that one again since we did on the last one. Next we have the military MK17 rifle. Core attribute is going to be 9% rifle damage, 11% critical hit damage. Then we're going to have the lower attribute 8% damage to targets out of cover with the talent Killer. Next on the list we have the Negotiator's Dilemma gloves, and that's going to have a core attribute red with 10.6% weapon damage. Lower attribute is going to be 4.4% critical hit chance. Next on the list, we have the Eclipse Protocol knee pads with the core attribute yellow. Skill tier, lower attribute is going to be 6% weapon handling. Next on the list, we have the Walker Harris & Co. gloves, and that's going to have a core attribute red with 12.5% weapon damage. Lower attribute is going to be 6.8% headshot damage, and then we have 10.3% skill haste. Next, we're going to have the Seska knee pads, and that's going to have a core attribute red with 10.4% weapon handling. Lower attribute is going to be 15,342 health, and then we're going to have 6.9% explosive resistance. Next on the list, we're going to have defensive mod. That's going to be attribute at 11% protection from elites. Next, we have a seeker mine mod, and that's going to be +1 cluster mines. Then we have a shield mod with 4.2% deflector damage. And next we have a Firefly mod with 8.3% speed. And last we're going to have a decoy with 5.5% health. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright ladies and gentlemen, if you were having trouble finding the Snitch, I did find his location as well. So he's going to be underneath this little place here, right next to the settlement, the castle. So basically what you do, you're going to fast travel to the castle, you're going to walk out the back side, you're going to take a right, and then you're going to go down this driveway, which is going to lead you right to the Snitch. Now, it's not a perfect match for everyone, depending on what type of servers you're in. I usually just try to stay away from the red side, and you'll usually find them easier. Wherever those invaded missions are, you want to go to the opposite side of the map to find him. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.